How often do you just know something? You just know it. And maybe you hear the birds as a confirmation. Welcome to this video where I talk about claircognizance. Hello and welcome back to this series, the Six Clairs Journey, where I teach you all about the six clairs, your intuitive gifts, how you can tune into those higher realms. And today we are talking about claircognizance, which is my favorite clair because it's so easy. It's really maybe for the lazy people because you don't really want to get involved to do anything. You just perceive it. So let me talk about the six clairs first. To have a little recap, in the previous video, I was talking about clairvoyance, which is basically the common name for all the clairs and also located in your sixth chakra, your third eye, which is all about clear seeing. And today we are talking about claircognizance, which is all about clear knowing. And it's located and associated with your crown chakra on top of your head. And as we maybe all know, your crown chakra is the most highest chakra. From the seven, we have more than seven chakras, but let's keep it with the seven chakras. And it's also the one who is most connected to the higher realms, to divine, and it's also most located to that place. And besides those two clairs, we also have clairaudience, which is all about clear hearing. Then you have clairsentience, which is all about clear feeling. And clairgustance is, look at the cat. Hello, Mickey. That's Mick Jagger, Mickey. And we have clairgustance, which is all about clear tasting, and clairalience, which is about clear smelling. So today we are talking about claircognizance. And this is really, it's an easy clair because you just basically receive downloads. You just don't know where it's coming from, but you just know all of the sudden you just know it. And it's also the most subtle clairs. So what do I mean by subtle? I mean, it's really hard to distinguish if it's you or your own voice, your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own memories. So that's why it makes it so hard to perceive, because then you're thinking, it's my voice, it's my thoughts, I'm making it up. So because it's so closely related to the divine, all clairs are basically, of course, but you're like, no, I can't be perceiving this, I'm making it up. And yeah, that's really hard because it's like really an angel voice talking to you, or your ancestors, or really the divine itself, God Source, or Sophia Gaia, Mother Earth. And it's really helpful to have this clair activated fully, because it really puts you in a state of really, you can trust the divine. And when you are have you let me put it like this. By default, one, two, and perhaps three clairs are really most activated within yourself, because you are born with some gifts, you are born with memories and trainings from different modalities in past lives and other dimensions. So when you are, I think Mickey is really wanting to have some attention. If you like, have a close look at your life, and you can really distinguish some patterns, right? You can say, okay, as soon as you start trusting your intuitive gifts and the impressions you are receiving, you will notice a pattern, a certain pattern. Some people might have more visions, or they can um, know information by smelling something or by tasting something, or they just have a gut feeling about something, or maybe they hear the voice of an angel or your ancestor speaking to you. And by default, you are more related to one, two, three clairs at the most, I think, in the beginning. Later on, you will notice, as soon as you start working with that clair, the other clairs will come in even stronger. So you really by activating one clair, you are really activating the other clairs as well. So all of a sudden, you'll start noticing you know something, you smell, you feel, you see, you hear it all at once. And that's very powerful because then you are also not relying on one clair. You can be triggered, so to speak, by different clairs. And in the end, it's all about connecting to a spirit, right? It's all about receiving messages and information as a way to really deepen your connection and to know basically that you are divine as well. We all are, but we are having a hard time believing it. And that's why we have to remember ourselves that we are multidimensional beings, that we are capable with working with the clairs. And as a starseed, as a light worker, we are used to work with these clairs. It was natural for us in other realms because we came from higher dimensions, right? And here on Earth, this 3D plane is very dense, and we have to have a lot of patience when we are trying to manifest something. With creating something, whether it's a house or a business or a family or whatever, it takes a long time. It's not like we used to do it in other realms where we like instantly can manifest. So using the clairs is really helping you to regain that trust that we are capable of creating our best lives ever. So that's why I'm emphasizing on the clairs, because it's very important to start using those clairs, because we want to create a new world, basically, right? We want to create abundance for everyone. And there is so much imbalance at this planet right now, and it's created that way. And it's created also within the space of us not knowing how wonderful, divinely beings we are. We totally forgot, which is normal because as soon as we incarnated on this planet, we came through the veil of forgetfulness and we have to start basically all over again. And I love making this comparison where you can see yourself being dumped in a desolated place like the jungle, for example, and you have no GPS, you have no food, no shelter, you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going, you don't know how you get some food or whatever. And you have to basically start all over again. And that's what happened when we were incarnating. And of course, we were not left alone because we were like accompanied by so many divinely benevolent star beings and ancestors and spirit guides, and also in nature, animal spirits and high council. So we didn't have to do it alone. But it's our job to find out who we are and what we are capable of. And there are forces, really strong energies here on this planet who are still ruling the planet on a certain level and are letting us believe that we're insignificant, right? That we don't have the power to overcome anything, but we do. And as soon as you start believing in those gifts, in those abilities that you are, the skills that you were trained in, how wonderful, powerful you are without being controlling or narcissistic, then things will shift. And as soon as the things in the energetic world are shifting, the things in your physical world are changing as well, right? Because I've seen it so many times with myself and with my clients. Miracles will appear in your life. But we have to help the energetic realm a little bit with that, right? They can't do anything for us if we're not open or willing to receive. And if we are denying our true selves, and it's a double thing to live with, right? Because we are basically between heaven and earth, and being human is a challenge, and especially when you are a benevolent starseed and you are a light worker, it's very hard to see all the suffering, all the wrongdoing, all the celebrities we thought we put on a pedestal and now they are on this list. And things are really like bad for a lot of people. And often we are thinking to ourselves, what can we do? I can't do anything about people that are being trafficked or whatever. But I think we can. It really starts with ourselves. Like Michael sung, it starts with the man in the mirror. If we are doing our job, and I mean like doing the energetic work, being kind, being good, creating basically a space, an energetic space where only the highest vibrations of love and light can exist. No other lower vibrational energies can be in this place. So that's the thing we can do. We can create this sphere on this globe where truth and love and light and ethical principles are ruling the world. And that's the thing we can do to change our world. But it really has to start with us, because I also think that we as light workers, we want to help so badly that we forgot to look at ourselves first. We want to be out there and we want to save the planet and we want to stop the pollution and everything. That's good, of course, because you can be thinking about yourself like always. But as you do that, don't forget to look at your own house. Don't forget to see where we're at. And in the previous video where I talked about clairvoyance, I was also talking about the present mystery school. And in ancient times, you can look back at that video where I'm talking about and explain it a little bit more. In ancient times, they went through mystery schools and they also went to physical places, right? Like a temple. The temple was really sacred and divine. And in our present day mystery schools, what do you think the temple is? It's not a church or a synagogue anymore, I think. The temple is right here. Our body is our temple. So when we are living in this temple, we have to really take good care of our body, of our four bodies: the physical body, the mental body, the spiritual body, and the emotional body. This is really a sacred journey. And that's what's considered the present day mystery school, because it's not all about doing meditations 5 hours a day. The mystery school is right here with the challenges every single day is bringing to us, and we have to overcome it. And also in the West, because maybe in the West we are not that happy, and people who are not possessing a lot are much more happier because they are living in nature and they are living with in a grounded way. And we in the West are always rushing through the days, and there are a lot of people who are suffering from anxiety and depression, and we let ourselves be guided by outside forces, how we should look, how we should educate ourselves, where we should live, how oftentimes we should go on holidays, right? And the present day mystery school teaches us to really have a focus center on ourselves and our own journey. And that's the way we can really like heal the planet and heal humanity from this imbalanced energy, so to speak. So if I look at how you can train yourself to be more claircognizance, I think it's just a matter of experiencing it. You can do it in a conscious way, where you sit down in a meditative state, where you make an astral journey and you would like tr- remembering yourself things. You can visit a place, you can go do it in space. I will put out some meditations where you can really like go on a journey basically. And it also, especially with claircognizance, happens with like spontaneous ways. So you would be somewhere. I can give you an example from myself. Um, I had many spontaneous remembrances of past lives and the people that I'm incarnating at this moment in my life were popping up in memories and past life memories. I would sit down in front of the television and I would remember something by seeing a video clip, a music video clip. Or I had a spontaneous memory when I was on the bicycle traveling to work in the previous city where I was living. And all of a sudden, the memory popped up and I knew it was true. And I couldn't know how I knew it. And that's also a thing about claircognizance. You just know it to be true, but you don't know how you know it or where this memory or this knowing is coming from. And isn't that amazing? So you don't have to read a book or whatever, you just know it. And I think that people who are trained in the modality of the Order of Melchizedek, which is all about wisdom and about teaching, is basically Melchizedek is like the sphere of the universe, the galactic universe, the cosmic universe, where all other nations and star seeds are traveling there to really get taught about all different modalities. So I think people who are trained in the Order of Melchizedek are really from the Order of Melchizedek. And I don't know, this is really a great example because I haven't thought about this before. It just popped up in my mind and I perceive it to be true because I'm in this high space of the Akashic Records. Because the Akashic Records for me is really the place to be in these high energies. And every time before I record a video like this, or when I'm gonna give a reading to a person, or I'm gonna write a statement or a clearing statement, I'm always tuning in to the records. And I'm in the records right now as well. So information pops up as well. So yeah, I'm also claircognizant, so maybe that's why it happened. So, if you want to dive more deeply into your own past lives, into your own abilities, into your own clairs, you can always book a reading with me. I would love to have you there because it's so magnificent to know where you come from, what you've been through, what your mission is, and all things like that. It's amazing. You start learning more about yourself, and that's amazing. Who doesn't want to know more about themselves, right? And you would also notice that it resonates with your heart. If it resonates with your heart, then you can really believe it to be true. So please be welcome to book an Akashic Records session with me. The link is in the description in the video. And I hope to see you in the next video where we're diving more into the 6 clairs. We have 4 more to go. So hope to see you next time. Bye.